Amen. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the podcast, the BigTalk. Need y'all to do me a favor. Need y'all to help me welcome in our first guest today for our broadcast today. Can y'all help me welcome Principal Jowers? Come on, celebrate. This is Chip right here, man. How you doing today, man?
Good.
Welcome to the BigTalk podcast. I see they brought their friends today for you.
Yeah, it's a good crowd.
Yeah, it's a good crowd. We getting somewhere, man.
We're too cool for church. It's like we too cool for school. But
Yeah.
we gonna wake up.
Ain't that crazy, man? Yeah, that's wild, man.
You know what I do in my school? When I have an assembly and the middle schoolers are too cool for school, I send them back to class. So now they know when I open up, y'all give me the energy I want, or you telling me you would rather be in class. So I'm going to take you back to class because I never want to take your education from you.
Right. So who am I to do that?
Who am I? Same thing with church.
And who am I to rob you from the experience in this? I mean,
they might want to hear the word.
Oh, my.
And that's cool.
Go back to front, explain to your parents why you went back in there and all the other you from here. I might try that. I might try that.
Just saying.
How y'all feel about that? They don't like that one. But I like that theory, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try not to call you Jay while we're up here. We try to call you Principal Jowers. I want to open up, since we are kind of close on time today. I do have a game. It's called Talk Your Talk. And I'm going to give you a couple words as a principal.
Okay.
I want you to help us as a principal's perspective. You know, you've been doing it for a while. How long you been a principal now?
Man,
got teach principal of the year. What was
it? Something like that.
Yeah, 2011. What award was that?
Teacher of the year.
Teacher of the year. That's how it kicked off, right? Then that didn't last long. You were from teacher of the year to principalship quick, right?
Yeah, I was assistant principal for 4 years, and then they asked me to be a principal.
Just like that. That don't happen. That's not normal. That's not a normal.
I was the youngest principal in North Carolina.
All right, we in here with some good stuff. All right, we in some good stuff. So, as a principal, I want you to, if you hear a couple things, I'm gonna give you one word response if you can. All right, and it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna let you know now, Jay. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna start off kind of slow, and then I'm gonna go into some other stuff. When you hear mid, what's the first thing that come up?
Mid, average.
Okay. When y'all hear mid, what's the first thing y'all think of?
Bad.
Huh? Bad. Okay. All right.
Average is bad in my book.
Bussin'.
Fly.
What first thing y'all hear? Cool. All right. Sus.
Sus. I don't know.
Suspicious.
I like that.
All right, suspicious. Okay. All right. Let's go. Riz.
I have no idea.
Why y'all smirking? What's Riz? Short for Christmas.
Oh, short for Christmas.
Is that really what it is? That's not what it is it? It's not really. Okay. All right. I didn't think so. All right, here we go. These are words y'all use, all right?
Well, what is it?
I don't think they can say it. I don't know if they can say it. I don't know if they can say it. Y'all can't say it, can you? What is Riz? All right. Okay. All right. Drip.
Fly.
Y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. As a principal, let's go a little deeper. Let's go. As a principal, bonnet.
Absolutely not.
Well, why not?
Ghetto, raggedy,
stereotype.
stereotype.
Okay. All right.
Take any other words.
All up.
I'm thinking from principal lens in
yes.
school.
We want principal lenses. All right.
Ghetto can't do it.
Okay. Here we go. Do-rag.
Same thing.
Okay.
Stereotype.
All day, every day. Immediately.
All day, every day.
I'm trying to say this. Pajamas.
Dirty. Didn't wash.
Facts.
Hello?
I'm
just saying, I'm a principal. I see you come in your pajamas. You rolled out of bed. You didn't take a shower this morning. You stink.
I say the same thing.
That's how I look at it.
I say the same thing. You can't convince me.
That's how the adults looking at it.
You can't convince me otherwise.
I'm too lazy to watch.
I'm too lazy to watch. All right. That's how I feel about it. You can't tell me. You can't. If you think, I'm gonna try to move. But
how would that look? I come to work in my pajamas.
Nasty. Like, dog, what you doing?
As the leader.
What you got going on?
What are we doing?
But what leaders do you see walking around pajamas on?
If it ain't pajama day, I shouldn't see it.
Yeah.
And I don't do it on pajama day.
Yeah. That's tough. That's tough. I just think nasty. I don't know. All right. Fight.
Safety.
Give me more. What you mean by more? Because he was in my face.
My number one priority is keeping all the kids safe. So whenever there's a fight, I'm going to the extreme. With weapons involved, anything, was it one-on-one, did somebody get jumped? Because in any of the scenarios, violence is taking place. So somebody is unsafe. Whether I started it, whether I ended it, whether I was a bystander in the melee, safety is the first thing that comes to mind.
Well, he been talking junk the whole time during summertime. And because that stuff translates right into school.
Another word I say suspended.
There we go.
Automatic.
There we go. There we go.
We don't have anything to talk about. But how many days?
but that's real though. All right, that's real. Let's do this. C students.
Average.
Why?
A C, by definition, is average. So when I look at a C student, some people like that's the best they can do. But in many cases, like you say, we start with 100. We start with an A. And whether it's not doing homework, whether it's not turning assignments in, I have a thing in my school where we say 100% effort, completion, and participation. Not giving 100% in those areas, you're going to start to go down day by day. And that's not because you can't do the work a lot of times. It's because you choose not to.
All right, everybody close your eyes. Watch this. Everybody close your eyes. No judgment in this. No judgment. How many of y'all ever did your homework, didn't turn it in? Mm-hmm. Yep. Put your hands down. Open your eyes. For me, I understand that whole concept. Well, I don't understand why doing it don't turn in. Therefore, like me, I don't understand that. But what you're doing is setting yourself up not to get what you deserve. Well, you deserve a C, you ain't turn in. Not to get what you could earn. Let's say that. Because if you didn't turn the work in, it's not the teacher's responsibility to take it. If you didn't turn the work in, it's not the teacher's responsibility to take it because you turned it in late.
Especially at this age. Also, what I noticed when their eyes were closed, we had more guys than girls raise their hands. Statistically, that's what happens.
Yep.
Guys will have the work in their book bag and never turn the work in. We have a parent conference. The mom or dad will tell us, man, they did the work. I did it with them. Open up the book bag, stack of papers right there.
And I was going to dig into that because it's crazy you say that, because I want to talk about it, Dave, because I want to talk about it from the perspective of life for us being blessed. I believe everybody in here is blessed. I believe everybody, because we're blessed, I believe that we have the potential to show excellence in everything that we do, including school. But sometimes when we get something and our friends did not get it, it's easy for us to go backwards or the other way because our friends not going in the same way we're going. I'm going to do it from the scripture real quick. It's Psalms 1, verse 1 and 3. I'm only going to focus on verse 1. It says, blessed is the man, blessed is the woman, blessed is the boy, blessed is the girl that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth by the way of the sinner, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. I'm going to break it down again. Blessed is the young man, the young girl. That's everybody in this room. Blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly. I'm not walking with people who are not godly. That means I've seen a lot of us grow in this summer spiritually. The concern I have is in the next couple of days, you're going back to school. And everybody in school ain't thinking about being godly. That's a fact. I ain't even got to be young to know that. So what do we do to make sure that we're not walking with people that's not godly? You want me to be lame, Mr. Corey? No, sit in the seat of the scornful. I'm not sitting in anybody who's sitting around picking on people. No, stand in the way of the sinner. So let's talk about it. Because we got a lot of potential. We got a lot of potential. But potential doesn't get you what you need. Potential is just the possibilities. Potential means it's there, but if we don't do something to get it out, it's just there. All right. Yeah.
Let me build on that. I have something I call a likable kid. Everybody say likable kid. When you're a likable kid, the adults in the building are going to be much more willing to go do things for you than they're not, because you're a likable kid. So I might not have the best grades or anything like that, but when I'm a likable kid and I walk according to scripture, or in worldly terms, I just do the right thing. I treat people the right way. I stay out of trouble. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You're going to need a reference when you get to high school. It's time to graduate, something like that. I'm going to bend over backwards to do what I got to do for you, because you're a likable kid. But if you're not a likable kid, if you're a kid, when I say your name and everybody get the school face, like, don't even mention them around me. I don't care how good your grades are. I'm not trying to do anything for you that I don't have to do for you, because you're not a likable kid. So when we walk like the scripture tells us to walk, by default, we become likable kids. And just being a likable kid, you're going to be blessed.
Amen.
I'm not, counseling the best, say amen. I'm gonna ask this piece, because I think sometimes they think it's a judgment, but it's real, it's reality. When school starts and you come in with the attitude, you come in with the representation of you starting to fight the first day, getting in arguments the first day. We can say it's not fair for that label to be on you, but truth of the matter is, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I would think the antennas are up for the school administrators, the teachers, the custodians, for you. Am I correct?
We're going to give you the energy you give us. So again, we talked about being average. Average is coming in with an attitude, coming in not focused, coming in not ready to do the things you're supposed to do. If that's the energy that you bring in, I'm going to give you that energy back. So again, don't ask me for special treatment if you're not giving me anything special. Why should I reward averageness? I'm not going to do it.
I'm glad we can have this conversation. To the ladies, this ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
And I know there's nobody in this room.
Now this room good.
But just speaking generally.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about the people that's not in the room, that they're friends. You know what I'm saying? The ones that we don't invite to church. Those are the ones I'm nervous about. Let me ask this way, Jay, for our young men. Because our young men statistically have the ability to be here.
Absolutely.
There are some that don't. But for the most part, they be here. For life, when we grew up, I'm sorry. When we grew up, it wasn't cool not to be smart. Like I don't understand. It's you in the school system now, so I don't get it. But when our era, and I can say our era, I'm a little older than you, but I knew who you grew up with. I'm not saying this is right, but you couldn't be around us if you didn't get good grades, you didn't do well in school, you didn't try to do well in school, you got in trouble. That wasn't. We saw you.
We knew who you were.
But it wasn't like you was finna hang with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We might laugh at you.
But I didn't want to go there. We laughing, we pick on you.
We're going to laugh at you.
Because I don't understand how you get bad grades. I don't understand, like, how is it now with the culture has changed, right? It seems like the culture, I'm on the outside looking in. I go in when kids get in trouble, or I go in on a whole other level. But it seems like the priority of education for our black boys in particular isn't there. For few, some. I'm not saying for all. For some it's there. But for the majority of what I see, it seems like we go to school. If it happens, it happens. If I learn, I learn. If I'm not going to learn.
Yeah.
Is that a true reality, or is that just because that's what I get to see when I come into school based upon my job?
Now, unfortunately, it is a reality in a lot of spaces. What I see in kids that grow up in church that know God is a lot of times just a lack of being strong and courageous, though. Joshua 1:9. So I'm surrounded by averageness. I'm surrounded by people that didn't come to do the right thing. And I have a choice to make. I can either step up and be set apart, or I can fall in the mold of what they're doing, or I can just stay back here and not do much of anything at all. And so frequently what I see is our young men either fall into the negativity, or they just stand back and be average, as opposed to being set apart and doing what they know they're supposed to be doing. Sometimes that's because there's not a lot of positive influences around them in the building and stuff like that. But that's why it's even more important for them to be strong and courageous and take what they get from church, what they get from home, and take it into their self, whether somebody's there to motivate them to do it or not.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. The courageous piece is big. You start talking about it. I started thinking about Daniel from the Hebrew board, like what they took a stance. Daniel took, he said, and Daniel was bold with it too. Give me a couple of days, I'll show you that the way we live and the God we serve and how we serve him, I put our discipline up against whatever you got going on over here. And when we show up, we're gonna show up bigger, better, stronger, smarter, wiser compared to whatever they got going on over there. Man, I can't wait to. When I look at this group right here, I see like so much. It's past potential. I see the gifts, I see the call, I see the urgency, right? I see like they sitting on the edge, right? I just want to push them over, like push them all the way in for God.
Yeah.
I wish at 14, 15, 16, I knew who God was. And at 14, 15, 16, I learned how to worship God. And at 14, 15, 16, I learned how to serve God and tap into the gifts of God. I didn't do none of that until I was 27.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things I could have avoided.
Yeah.
In particular for school. I was the person in school. School was school. I got good grades, but I can't tell you I was a great student. I just knew that my mom was going to kill me if I got bad grades. I just knew that we were going to get picked on if we got bad grades. So I got good grades, but it could have been better. I did my I told my son I did my homework before I got to class. Because I'm a learner that if I see you right on the board, I got it. Or if I hear you say it twice, I got it. But I wasn't going to do no homework. I'm playing sports. I wasn't trying to do homework. So I would do it before I got to class. But what would have happened if I would have learned how to study and did the work so that when I got the test, instead of getting a B or they got an A, those things, you're good. Come on, doctor. Can y'all help us celebrate Dr. Thompson? Come on. That's a doctor.
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to the podcast. Listen,
Thank you.
like Dr. Thompson is a teacher. High school, correct?
Right.
High school teacher. I wanted to bring in an administrator. I wanted to bring in a teacher because I want us to hear from a teacher's perspective, like what they see, what they're looking for when it comes to the first day of school, right? Because y'all ain't thinking about what the teachers think. Y'all just thinking about what your friends doing. I get it. We've been there. Y'all get the clothes ready, get your shoes fresh, right? Trying to find out what everybody did this summer, all that stuff. But from a teacher perspective, they're looking at it totally different, right? In a couple words, when school starts, you got your classroom ready, you got your agenda, what's it called? Your I don't know, y'all don't give a syllabus. Lesson plan. There we go. I know it's not syllabus yet, but you got your lesson plans ready. First day of school, what's your thoughts for students?
This is a new school year. It's a new opportunity. It's a time to be that agent of change that I was created to be. So those are my thoughts on the first day. Yes.
All right.
New life.
New life.
All
right. She coming in. She ready. She said it. It's a new school year. I ain't even thinking about nothing happened in the past. I'm coming in fresh. I had a whole summer. I'm fresh. I went back home to Jamaica. I had a good time. I'm back. I'm ready. You get there, a student cuss you out. What happens? Because they don't want to be there. I'm throwing it out there today. Y'all see it? They cuss you out. What happens?
At first, I need to find out what's happening with this student because
Okay.
It might be something that's spilling over from something that happened before. So I will systematically find out what's happening, try to calm the student down, and then speak life into the student because we're called to be agents of change.
All right. Here we go. She's so good. You do that. In the next class, somebody comes in, they don't want to be there, give you all the attitude. Trying to break it down. And then they go in the back of the class, they put their head down on the table. What's your move?
Well, this is not new to me because I'm a teacher of math. So students will come with me and they say, I don't like math. I don't want to be here. My math teacher before didn't do anything. I just need to get a 60 and I need to move on. And this is my opportunity to let the student know that whatever happened in the past is the past. This is a new chapter. I'm different. I have something bringing to the table. I will make math alive. I will make it enjoyable. And of course, it shows in my result where we need to exceed growth.
I hear you say that, but hold on one second. But you said something. We're not going to skate past that. Did you say a student gonna tell you all they need is a 60?
Yes,
Nah, you lying to me.
that's all they say.
Ain't nobody saying that.
They say all they need is to pass. All they need is 60. And they like, you do too much.
Students?
You want too much.
They want.
I said because there's greatness in you.
Hold on, they get mad because you want greatness?
There's greatness in you. If you believe it, you can achieve it.
Watch this. Hold on. Everybody close your eyes again. Everybody close your eyes. Cause I ain't messed up now. How many of y'all got friends that get mad because they gotta do work? Put your hands down. How many of y'all got friends? Close your eyes, keep your eyes closed. I'm just because I'm now confused. How many of y'all got friends who only try to get a 60? Tell the truth. Shame the devil. Put your hands down. Put your hands down. How many of us? How many of us are influenced by those who only try to get 60s? Tell the truth. Yes. I think really aim for a 60.
Yes.
Like what is a 60? It's still an F.
D.
It's
barely a D. It's barely a D.
Hey, yo, let me tell y'all something. For those, let me tell y'all something. That's a lie.
So our scale was 93 to 100, 85 to 92, 77 to 84. So a 60 was an F, like it's 69, yeah, something like. So 7 point, now everything is 10 point.
But you still can't do nothing with a D. So even if you get a 60, here's the frustrating part about it, right? This what gets me, because they throw it out there, and it ain't the teacher's fault, it ain't the administration's fault. It's the fact that they pushed on us, right? Even if you get a D, what are you planning on doing with that? Besides taking my order. That's real. Because you can't go to college with D's. No, don't get quiet now. I want to talk about this. What are you going to do with a D?
But you know what I tell kids, even beyond your job or going to college, because everybody won't go to college, but it's an indictment on your work ethic. So even if I don't go to college, I want to go to trade school, my family might have a business, I want to go into business with my family, I'm already set up. What school is doing is teaching you the work skills that you need, the life skills you need in order to be successful in whatever field you go in. So if I can't work hard in school, I'm not just going to be able to flip that switch in most cases and work hard when it's time for me to go on a job or whatever. I'm going to just be average. If I'm average here, normally I'm going to be average there as well.
It was co-pastor Joyce McCarter. She said, I'll never get this. Who you are in one place is who you are everywhere you go. And that sticks. That, like you said, you can't cut it on, cut it off. If you're lazy at school, I can just imagine you're lazy at home. Right. If you're lazy at home, you're lazy at school, you're gonna be lazy when you get a job. If you're lazy at home, you're lazy at school, you're lazy when you get a job, then you're going to be somebody that has to settle for whatever people think people are lazy. That's it. Even if you get your own job, you still got to settle because laziness doesn't generate what you need to be successful. It doesn't do it. It does not do it. And for some reason, we are convinced that is a way of life, and it is not a good way of life, man. It is not a good way of life. That's a different group, man. So
I just read an article on what's my man that just got drafted from Colorado, not Shador, but the other one. Travis Hunter, 3.7, 3.8,
yeah,
coming out.
Yeah.
So I'm a remarkable football player. You hear about his work ethic on the field. I go both ways, offense and defense. That translates to the classroom.
Yep.
I ain't just getting a 2.0.
Yep.
I'm top of the class too, academic.
Correct.
So even if I don't go to the league, I'm still gonna be good.
Because he can't settle for mediocre. Like he can't. His excellence is so much a part of him. He can't be mediocre in another area. It'll frustrate him. Like he can't do it. And so because I'm, like you said, because I have the work ethic everywhere else, now I'm putting that same work ethic in everything I got. What would happen if at the beginning of the year, when the teacher comes in with a lesson plan to give you everything, that we actually use our smartphones for what it's for? and set schedules for studying and set schedules to get homework done and set schedules to have a partner that we can, a friend who can help us with our work. What would happen if I found what I'm strong in and focus on that, and then when I'm not as strong in, I try to find me a tutor. Like, what would happen if I'm honest at the beginning of the year? Say, this class gonna give me some rough time. Let me go find somebody that can help me. Let me get to know my teacher, right? And then we talk to them before the end of the year when I'm asking for a little more grace.
And I say this, show of hands, how many people take notes in class? Almost 100% of hands take notes. What is studying? What is studying? What is studying?
Going over the notes.
That's all studying is. If I study the notes that I took in class, I'll be successful. That's what I tell kids. We make studying out to be some complicated thing, when in reality, all it is if I'm taking notes on functions, coming up on functions, I'm just looking at the notes every day that I already took in class on functions. Research says 10 to 15 minutes is all it takes. It doesn't take hours. I took the notes in class. I was attentive in class. I'm just looking at my notes so I don't forget what I learned in class. That's all studying is.
That's I gotta get on the sticks.
That's it.
When I get home, I gotta get here,
And
man.
the thing is, I can still get on the stick. All I gotta do is dedicate 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
That's it.
Ooh.
That's all it takes.
15 minutes. That's 3 bags of popcorn. That's it.
That's all it takes.
Stop playing.
You should also try to develop what is called a growth mindset. Do you know what that is? Right. So even you know what that is? What is it?
A good mindset is like you don't do so well on a test. Your mindset is to get higher.
Right. Very good. So you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. All right. So these are the mistakes. These are the hurdles that you meet. They're just to make you stronger. So just try to learn from these. And for math, we don't practice math by reading over the notes. We take the question down, we close the book, we try to go through it, see if we still understand what the teacher did. And then if we realize that we're making a mistake between steps 4 and 5, we try to work on this. So math, it's more than just going over the notes. You have to work on that. And please avoid using photo math.
That's good.
Yeah.
Don't cheat. Don't cheat the process.
I listen. They saying some good stuff. I wish I would have learned how to study before I got to college. Because in college, those who want to go to college, they already expect that you already know how to do that. They expect that you know how to be a student. And so they give you this piece of paper, front and back and stuff. It's called a syllabus. And it gives you everything you're supposed to know. And they give you everything they're going to go over. And it gives you that little small print and say, you got to read on your own. You don't even say you got to read on your own. It just says these are things you're going to cover. So even if I don't cover it in class, it's still my expectation that you read it. It's still my expectation that you do it. Had no idea. If I was going to be an English major. I was an English major. The first time I turned in the paper where that thing was so red, and I felt so disrespected. I was like, what do you mean? There was so many red marks on there, and I was like, I felt, yeah. I would say I was Eric. I was very confident, but when I got that paper back, and she was like, "You sure you want to be this major?" And it's like tough. And right then and there, I knew I gotta step it up. If I want to stay here, I'm gonna have to step it up. Otherwise, I'm be at home with the wrong people. I went to school to get rid of people. If I go home, I know what time it is. So I have to step it up. Well, let's flip it though, because we got a lot of kids in here who are. So we got a lot of AB students in here. We got a lot of students like, how many of y'all got straight A's in here? All right, how many of y'all have AB honor? Raise your hand. All right, how many of y'all maybe had like 1 C in the past? All right, how many of y'all got straight A's in here? I need to see everybody's hand. I just told you at the beginning of the year, everybody has straight A's. How many of y'all got straight A's?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you can't start in negative. It's like a savings account. Everybody right now has a 100 in every class. What are some good ways for them to keep them? And then as a principal, when you see students who are straight A students, AB students, what's your thoughts? How do they keep the A's? And then as a student, as a principal, those AB students, when you see them and they got good behavior, what's your thoughts of them?
Just try to stay on top of your game. If you find that you're struggling with any concept that is being taught, please seek help. Don't wait until you take an assessment and you see a C, that's the time you're running for help. Please review your notes, ensure that you're comfortable. If you don't want to go to the teacher, find a peer who understands and can explain to you, because sometimes we learn better from our peers than our teachers because of the language barrier sometimes. Also, be reminded that you're kingdom youth and there is greatness inside of you. And when the Lord said that the blessing of the Lord make it rich and add it no sorrow, it did not speak only about financial riches, but it also speaks about being rich in your studies, and that's maintaining your A's. Ensure that your bank account is still filled with A's.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I would say from a principal perspective, my A and honor roll kids, but specifically my A honor roll kids, that's my cream of the crop. They get whatever they want out of me. They getting all the preferential treatment, especially when their behavior is on point as well, because this is the face of my school.
Yeah.
So I got to make sure they happy.
Yeah.
Their parents are happy. So they going to get all the attention. They going to probably get tired of us coming up with ways and reasons to celebrate them. Because again, I don't want them transferring to another school because they don't feel like they're appreciated here. So like that's special. You straight A's, because I know the rigor that we're bringing. I know the challenge that we're trying to put into the classrooms. And so when you meeting the mark and you hitting straight A's, then yeah, we trying to celebrate you.
In church world, it's called favor.
Favor.
Yeah. You get a little favor, get a little favoritism.
Or the scripture called it blessed.
Bless. 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 You're gonna be blessed. Like, and there's nothing wrong. Let me say this too, because sometimes we think that they that teacher's pet. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'd rather be the teacher's pet than in a doghouse. Better believe that. That's the difference. Teacher's pet gonna hold me, gonna take care of me, and gonna feed me. Doghouse, I might get fed over there, might not. Might pay me attention, might not. I was telling somebody the other day, I was at a conference. No, what was I at? I was speaking to the boys camp, and I let them know for middle high school, for some, you choose where you want to sit. Don't choose to sit in the back of the class. Teachers, by default, and I respect it and I get it, they're going to talk to the whole class. They're going to teach to the first two rows. I'm just saying, I don't no. I mean, because if you are those who sit in the first two rows, they want it. Those who choose to sit in the back of the room, you just came to school today, and you don't really. If I get it, I get it. But if I'm hungry for it, I really want to get it. I want the full attention of the teacher. You choose sitting up here. Those who choose to sit in the back. Y'all know what happens in the back of the class.
A great teacher.
Right, y'all know what happens in the back of the class. Let's keep it real. Yeah. Who? What happens in the back of the class? Tell the truth. What happens in the back of the class?
Cell phones, distractions.
Thank you.
Passing
notes, sleeping. Right? And if you sit in the back of the class, by default, you see too much. For me, if I sit in the back of the class, I see everything that's wrong. I see everything that's going on. I ain't got a reason. If I sit in the front of the class, all I see is her.
So in the back, I'm distracted.
I'm distracted.
Kind of like church when I'm in the back. I can see everything going on, so it's hard for me to focus on.
What's too much going on back of class? Back in church. Back in church, I see babies flying across the room. I see people who go to sleep. I see people eating in the church. I see people talking. I'm like, I can't. It's too much. I see couples about to argue. I see too much in the back of the church. Get me to the front where this is being God. All right, I need to be here. All right, same thing at school. When you're in the back of the class, unless they have a assigned seat, that's different. I'm not talking about assigned seats. I'm talking about when you freely just choose where you can sit at. Try to sit in the front. You can't sit in the front of the class. That's when you go find somebody. That's when you talk to your mama or your daddy and say, I want to sit in the front of the class. Can you help me to talk to my teacher about it? Right? Your parents are your biggest advocates. I'm going to say it again. Your parents are your biggest advocates. Should be. Say like that. Should be your biggest advocates. And let them speak on your behalf on some things. So if you have a teacher that y'all just don't see eye to eye, don't go and try to go back and forth with that teacher. That's not your role. That's not your. That's when you give it over to your mom or your daddy, because they can talk on a level that you can't talk on. Right? We're still kids, so you can't go back and forth with an adult and think that at the end of the day you're gonna win in that situation. You're gonna lose every single time because you're still a child. That's why your parents step in, right? And your parents can step in on a level, and they always gonna back you up, but they're gonna tell the truth, and they can have the conversation because they have language, the adult language. Y'all shouldn't have that language. Y'all don't have that language yet. That's gonna get you sent to him. Does that make sense? So if you try to go back and forth with a good teacher, I'm not familiar with you. You go holler at him. Because I got to talk to the rest of the class. Does that make sense? Y'all share that with me? For the A students, when you have your favor, because you're going to get it. He just said it, right? You're going to be the one that I'm going to put in front of when the news come. You're going to be the ones when new students trying to come to the school. I want you to be the one that walks around the school.
Right.
Because
those are the ones I'm pulling out of class.
Yeah. For two reasons. One, I know you're going to make up the work and get it right. Two, I can trust what you're going to say is going to be good to go. I can trust you. There's a big difference when the school can trust you, right? Those are like, and we call them ambassadors, right? I can trust that you are going to be a good mouthpiece for the school, right? And so you want to be that. He said something earlier. When it's time to graduate and you're looking for that thing, that free money later on for those who got the A's and B's, we call it, this is one word called scholarship, where you still got to get references for those. That's where they come in and play. You want to go to your favorite teacher. Can you give me a reference? You want to go to your principal. Can you give me a reference? If you had a hard 4 years with them, I promise you.
I'm running from
I promise you. You can call, you can email, all that. I ain't forgot. It's still human. It's still human, right? So I ain't forgot. So, is this making sense to anybody? All right, how many?
And I'll also say, as I look around, because we have a lot of athletes in the room, volleyball, gymnastics, basketball, football, all kind of different sports. One thing I'll also look up is when it's time to get those scholarships you're talking about, your grades can be the determining factor between you and somebody else that's getting recruited. I take myself, I got a football scholarship. I was the third best running back on my team, probably. I had 1,000 yards rushing, but I was the third best running back on my team. But I had a 4.2 GPA. So, and we won a state championship my senior year. So what? I'm a winner, I'm a good athlete, but also Coach know I'm going to be good academically when he recruit me. He can count on me for 4 years when he bring me in. I'm not a guy who recruiting like that. Are we going to be able to keep him eligible? Nah, when we bring him, we know if nothing else academically, he going to help the graduation numbers. And coaches still get evaluated on graduation numbers.
Yeah, I love it. You know what really happens when you graduate college and people go through all your stuff? In my mind, you know, it really says is that you have the ability to finish what you started. Because at the end, I'm just a component that at the end of the day, when you get a job, they're gonna tell you what to do. They're gonna give you like the expectations. So a lot of stuff you learn in school, there are some practices that you can put together for it. But for the most part, I'm looking, okay, this person started college, they finished it. Because it's rare that somebody asks for your transcript. They just ask for a copy of the degree. It's even rare they ask for that. I guess they just assume you went, because I don't know if we really check. But they really say, you went to school, you started school, I see you made it through high school, I see you made it through college. This person has the ability to persevere. This person has the ability to see it through. This person has the ability to bring something to my organization, right, that others didn't. On the flip side, if I don't want to go to college, have a game. Either way, you have a game plan. But if you're not going to go to college, you need to have one that is going to. Yeah, I'm careful. I say this.
Even if I go to the military, I gotta take a test.
Big time.
I gotta have foundational knowledge.
Big time. That's good.
So school's still important. It's still important that I give 100%.
It's still, yeah, that's good. I forgot about that. You still got to take a test.
I still gotta take a test.
Hey, Jaden, can you go in the sanctuary real quick? Let me know if Pastor Larry is in the service or get close to in the service.
Yeah.
Easy.
He do the also.
Is it?
Yes, right.
Gotta go. All right, listen, everybody. We appreciate y'all for joining us for our BigTalk podcast. I'm gonna leave you here with the adults in here. Ask them questions real quick. I want y'all to ask them questions about school. Ask them questions about how do I put myself in position to be the ambassador in school. Right? I was there. I got stuff. I got overlooked now. How do I get in a position so I don't get overlooked? Cool. Y'all got it. All right. I need to see y'all when y'all finish. Cause I don't know y'all. How y'all? Can y'all do that? Don't go nowhere.
I know.